Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I have for you a wildcard guide for Game Week 20. I'll go through the picks and I'll say to you who the nailed players in my opinion are and what players you can integrate around them. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and now let's jump into it. We're starting with the nailed players that I think you must own in Game Week 20. We'll start in goal, it's Danny Ward. Of course, Danny Ward is the starting goalkeeper for the lowest price, so being your second choice goalkeeper will be a very good option for you. In defense, I have two picks here that I think you must own. One of them is Trippier. Of course, Trippier, it's a no-brainer to go without him. He earns bonus points like every game. The other player here is Dalot. I know that he is just returning from injury, but I think he can start and perform very well for Manchester United, and they're the team in form. So having a defender from them is good. Another option here is Luke Shaw, but my opinion, the what is way more nailed and way more exciting to own. In midfield, I have two players. One of them is Rashford. I think Rashford right now is unplayable. He's so good. He scores every game. He wins a lot of bonus points. He's terrorizing most of the defenders. So playing him against anyone will be a bonus for you. So we start with Rashford. The other guy here is Odegaard. He's the second best player in my opinion in the league right now, in form player in the league right now. After Rashford, he's playing so well. He's orchestrating everything for Arsenal. He's setting up everything. He scores goals. He assists goals. So, in my opinion, it's a must to go with him right now. And with his price being 6.7, it's a very good option for your midfield. Up front, we have two players, Haaland and Kane. I don't think you can start without either of them. They're penalty takers, they're talismans for their team, they're starting every game, they're scoring goals left, right, and center. So owning them for me is a must, and I think for you should become as well. The budget here is 100.10 million, and I think it's very affordable to everyone if they're just starting or have played a little bit of the game. If you own some of the players here like Trippier and Haaland, it will be even cheaper for you because their starting price was so much lower. So yeah, I think the budget fits everyone. The starting goalkeeper, in my opinion, for you should be Raya. Raya is playing very well. Brentford are playing very well. He tends to save a lot of shots against him. They tend to keep clean sheet here and there. Other options here, Kepa or Ederson or Alisson or even Iverson for a double up for Leicester, but in my opinion, Raya is the best choice in goal for your teams. The next spot on the team is the Arsenal defender placeholder. Here you can own White, Gabriel or Saliba. It is basically your choice. I'm owning White because he is getting substitute around the 60 or 70 minutes and can bank a clean sheet without playing the whole game, and Arsenal may even concede late at the game, as happened a couple of times this season. But with Gabriel and Saliba, you have more goal threat, which is better. But this place in my defense is rotatable, so I don't have to guess when my defender will score a goal. Basically, I play him for the better fixtures. I use my 4 defender that you see in a minute there as well. So Ben White from the top of the league, it's a pretty obvious choice for me. Next up is the Newcastle second defender placeholder. Here you can as well own Botman, Schär or Burn. I own Burn and I prefer Burn because he can play left back, he can play center back. Botman is another shout out. He is even cheaper. He has got around the same points as him, but he can miss a couple of games here or there, as already happened this season. Schär is more expensive, but Burn poses a threat offensively. Newcastle are the best defense in the league. I think it's better to own a second defender than to own Pope because their defense as well is getting substituted when they win comfortably. So they can bank a clean sheet, and Pope is not substituted, and they've conceded a couple of goals late in the game when they've changed the whole defense. So owning Burn is another good option to earn points through clean sheets and maybe a goal threat here and there. So this is the 4 defender lineup that I like to rotate. I like to play Dawot and Trippier all the games, and I like to rotate Burn and White for their good fixtures. And they can be playing whenever someone is injured or booked or something like that. So those four are very, very good options. This is the last place in my defense, and it's for the budget defender. Here I preferred Patterson, but he got injured, so it's between Willis and Bueno. It's a coin flip for me. I think Willis is a great option for Man City defender at a very low price because Cancelo is being rotated. Everyone is being rotated right now, and spending a lot of money there will only block some place other in your team. So owning a cheap Man City defender that plays around the same minutes as Cancelo and Walker, it's great. You can own Akanji, Stones, or Ake. They are more nailed, but as a fourth or fifth defender to say even, Willis is okay. The only issue is that he is blocking a third Man City attacker, but they are rotating as well. So for now, he is a great option. If you don't want to block this space, you can go from Bueno from Wolves. He's playing every game. He's very good. He's keeping well. Their defense is not keeping a lot of clean sheets, but with price under 4.0, what can you expect? It's a very, very emergency choice. But with Willis, you can play him for the easier fixture for Man City, and you can bank a clean sheet for under 4 million. Next in midfield, we have our differential. Here I went with Rodrigo as my choice. Leeds have amazing fixture run going forward, but this place is pretty much very competitive. Here you can own Martinelli, Almiron, Rodrigo. You can own Ivan Saka, Foden, Mount, Mahrez, Grealish, whoever you want. This is like the differential pick. You see my other two midfielders are not so differential to say, and with owning Odegaard and Rashford, you get two midfielders, and this is the place where you can go a little bit different. Martinelli is a great shout out. As I already said, Arsenal are top of the league. They're very, very good. Saka is there as well as an option, but he's a lot more expensive. So Martinelli is the choice for me here if I went for another guy. Almiron is a great shout out. He plays very well. He scored a lot of goals in previous fixtures. Newcastle had two games where they didn't score and he got substitute, so maybe a time to change. Another players here are maybe even Anthony, Sancho when they start playing more. But for now, I went with Rodrigo just to have a differential in the midfield, so you can climb up the rank pretty easily. Next up is the budget midfielder. Here I have two options. The one is of them is Andreas. This is a place and a player that won't play every game for me, so a player that can return a lot of points is no way optimal to go for. I went for Andreas. Another player is Mitoma from Brighton. Brighton are having a field day each and every game week against very, very tough oppositions. They scored 2 goals even against Arsenal. But as I already said, benching another player from the other guys you own will be very, very hard. Maybe if you want to do it, go for Mitoma, but for me, Andreas is still the best option for the budget midfielder. Now we're going to discuss the fifth midfielder. Here I have a premium player. It's KDB. KDB is there because they have two double game week fixtures, and I think KDB is still KDB. He can explode in a lot of games and win a lot of points for you. He's quiet for now, but when he explodes, you want to own him. Other options here are Mohamed Salah. Liverpool are scoring goals, but they are not very well defensively, so keeping a clean sheet and getting that point is very difficult. But you don't own Salah for the defensive return, you own him for the attacking returns. Liverpool are yet to receive a penalty this season, so Salah is not scoring any of them right now. The other player here is Bruno Fernandes. If you want to own a semi-premium player, but Bruno seems to be off penalties right now. Rashford took one in the FA Cup. I'm not sure yet, but I don't see Fernandes being better than KDB. And if you have the money, go for KDB. If not, Bruno Fernandes is a very good option. And if you want to go a little bit different to say, I cannot believe I'm saying that, go for Mohamed Salah, but for me KDB is the best option here. The last player we're going to discuss today is the final attacker. For me it's Ivan Toney. I think Ivan Toney is pretty good. Right now he is injured. He didn't play the last game against Liverpool. He didn't play in the FA Cup tie, but I think he will be coming back. You have to look out for his suspension if he receives it. If not, just go for Ivan Toney and play him every week. I think he is a must-hold until the end of the season, but he's questionable in my team right now because he is injured. He can be suspended. Other good options here are Mitrovic after he returns from his suspension. Darwin Nunes, I know it's a little bit of throw, but he's going into so many chances, and finally he will score more of them. Wilson is another option, Martial, but for me, Ivan Toney is the best one here. Here you have it, guys, my wildcard guide for Game Week 20. If you want to integrate more differential picks to your team, please click this link here and you will go to the video where I explain what the differential picks are in my opinion. So, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!